So it's a really interesting story as to how I came to work for Bombay Sapphire, because I used to be, I went to catering college and then worked in 5-star hotels, Michelin-star restaurants as a chef and then a bartender, and traveled around the world with it. But then as naturally within the industry, sometimes you get a bit bored. So then I started to do cocktail competitions, got quite good, and I actually won Diageo World Class many, many years ago. And then a few months after that, Bacardi came to me and they invited me to be the ambassador for Bombay Sapphire for the UK. This was back in 2009. And I think at the time I had to Google what that meant because I was the first ambassador for Bombay Sapphire. So it was an unusual role. And yeah, I jumped at the chance, and I was based in London. And then several years later became the senior brand ambassador, moved out to here to the countryside and helped train up all the other ambassadors around the world, but from the home of Bombay. So our brand Bombay Sapphire at the moment is all about stir creativity. Our job is to try and stir creativity in other people, whether that be consumers or influencers or bartenders, of course. So with bartenders, I'll do sessions here at the distillery where we'll educate them on the brand, but also inspire them to come up with creative cocktails using our product because of the balanced flavor profile that the gin tends to give. It's not a one-dimensional gin. It's versatile with pine, citrus, earthy, floral, and spicy flavors. So I try to inspire the bartenders to create their own unique serves with the gin. So yeah, it's a pretty cool job, right? I get to inspire creativity. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, we don't obviously force people, but bartenders who visit, I host people every day, bartenders who go back all across the world, and they will tend to put a drink on their menu for then the consumers to buy. So that's working for us. Yeah, I think my job has changed a lot over the last 15 years. I've been with 16 years now with Bacardi, Bombay. I think back then it was very much a traveling job. You did a lot more travel. It wasn't sales-led. And not that my job now is sales-led. I don't do any sales. My job, I would say, is pre-sales. It's about inspiring people. But I know of other ambassadors in the world who are ambassadors, and I think their jobs now are more salesy led as well as entertainment. My job is probably edutainment. Entertainment and education together, at the beautiful home of Bombay. Oh, that's a tricky one to answer because obviously everybody is different. So I think it's hard to say what the best gin or what the perfect gin is, of course. There's some amazing gins out there. We've got 250 above my head up there, different ones. And I judge for the IWSC and the World Gin Awards. So I'm versed with trying lots of different gins. I love gin in general. But for me, I genuinely love a complex gin, a gin that isn't just juniper. Of course, I love juniper in there, a bright, fresh, vibrant juniper, but also citrus, pine, earthy, floral flavors. So it's good to have those 5 flavors, but also I love texture in gin. So I think a great gin is a gin that has a long mouthfeel for a really creamy, buttery mouthfeel. And then it's a gin that you can use in lots of different ways. Because some gins, they just overpower in every cocktail they go in, and it doesn't seem very versatile. And the thing I love about Bombay is that it's super versatile. You can use it in a vast array of different cocktails, and it allows creativity in people because of that. So we're very fortunate to have our own master botanicalist with Alessandro Garni. And it's his job to source the botanicals directly from farmers around the world. So we don't buy from middlemen or wholesalers. We buy directly from our farmers. We source them. Alessandro checks them. He weighs them out. And then we make the gin here. So by doing that ourselves, rather than buying from third parties, we can ensure the quality is consistent. And then, of course, that makes the gin consistent when we use it in our vapor infusion production process.